Hi. Um, Awkward introduction time. Hi, I'm Rachel. I'm 40 years old and I got an autism diagnosis a few years ago after struggling with my mental health pretty much all my life. Um, I have spent the last few years trying to kind of work through what that means, what is autism, what is experience, what is trauma, what is just who I am or what I've learned. And I'm kind of at a point where I'm ready for some pretty serious unmasking and hopefully some pretty kind of, radical self-acceptance. Um, I've been studying this last year with Edinburgh College doing a wellness therapy certificate, which is mostly massage, which is awesome. Really love it. Um, and a bit of healthy eating, postural stuff, first aid, a few bits and bobs of general wellness therapies. And I've discovered over the year that I really enjoy writing meditations and affirmations and creating um, wellness or self-care plans based on what people really need or want or like. And one of my goals moving forward with Ilarion, which is how the business is pronounced, by the way, um, Ilarion Massage and Healing. Obviously, massage is going to be a big part of that. But the healing part, I really hope, if there's any desire for it, of course, to bring healing therapies to other autistic and neurodivergent people in particular. Obviously, I'm open to everyone except bigots and so on. But I particularly really want to help later diagnosed folks like me find some kind of peace and relaxation and self-acceptance, maybe even a wee bit of self-worship, ideally. I want to celebrate neurodivergent joy and the things that make us unique and special and wonderful. I want to help people develop wellness therapies and meditations and stuff based on their interests and their passions. What a lot of people call them special interests or hyperfixations or hyperfocuses or whatever terminology you use. These things are really, really important to autistic folk and neurodivergent people. These things bring us a great deal of comfort and joy, and are a really important part of our well-being. So why not extend that, out further, make it actively a part of our well-being? Say somebody really loves like crabs, eh, might create them a meditation where they're seeing the world through the view of a crab, or maybe they're sitting by a river or by the beach and they're just watching crabs do their thing in the sand. And I would try to like research as much as I could about crabs and their habitats and their lives and include that in the meditation so that you'd be engaging with something that really means a lot to you and something that can really tap into something special in your brain. And then, like I say, even if this is something people even want, I don't know, but certainly it's not just for others anyway. There's a big part of this is for me. It's for my well-being and my sense of self-acceptance and self-worth. Finding things, self-care tricks and whatever that work for me. And doing a video like this, it's a big part of that self-acceptance. I don't like how I look or my voice, um, but I can't kind of preach self-acceptance and not make some efforts towards it in myself, I think. Smidge hypocritical, maybe. uh, so that's why, even though I'm doing everything wrong in this video, I'm not looking at the camera, I'm stumbling over my words, I'm um, using arms and other fillers. I'm gonna post these videos as is for my own sense of worth and self-acceptance. Not editing, not footering around with it, just accepting that this is who I am and this is the way I sound and look, and very little I can do about that. But what I can hopefully do is learn to accept, maybe even love and worship myself a little bit, and hopefully maybe help someone else, even just one other person. That would be really cool to help someone find a little bit of joy and peace and self-worth. Um, so yeah, these videos, they won't be edited. They will be awkward and clumsy, and I'm sure I'm gonna feel pretty mortified looking back on them. But it will pass, and I will get over that feeling, and maybe even start to develop a bit more confidence, put myself out there, you know. Um, anyway, this was meant to just be a quick introduction, not a rambling essay. Uh, so yeah, like I say, I'm Rachel. I live in Musselburgh, just outside Edinburgh, with my wife and our two staffies. Um, I love sci-fi and cartoons, Futurama, my number one thing pretty much of all time. I even have a Futurama tattoo. Not sure if you can see it. Uh, extra points if you can tell me what it says in the comments without googling. Um, uh, yeah, I love sci-fi. I love Star Trek, Star Wars. Trek just has the edge for me, really. I love Stargate, particularly Stargate Atlantis. It's freaking awesome. I love crafts. I knit, I sew, I make jewelry. I do a bit of painting, just any old craft, really. I do prefer things that don't um, create a mess. I don't like icky, ooky feelings on my fingers. Um, what else do I love? Food, cheese, badgers, bats, dragonflies, wombats. They're extremely cool. Houseplants, my garden, my friends. I'm incredibly lucky to have. Um, yeah, I have a pretty awesome life. I'm really lucky. I'm really privileged. I'm really pretty content. And if I can, without wanting to sound arrogant or too big for my boots or anything, if I could try and bring a wee bit of contentment to some other folk, that would be pretty awesome. I'd really like that. Anyway, uh, I hope that some of you will join me on this journey, and I hope I can, you know, bring a bit of wellness to some folk. Uh, yeah, I guess that's kind of it for now. Long and prosper.